guys, welcome back to my channel. I think this is gonna be my first weekly vlog. I honestly have a completely free week of makeup. I think I'm doing one of my best friend's makeup for her maternity pictures, but other than that, I have nothing. This is gonna be a full weekly vlog of just mom life and workouts and resetting my house now that it is middle of January and I don't have any work. Like, I feel like I have the time to go through and try to declutter and organize. So that's what is on the to-do list for this week. I also have our baby Sprinkle, 30 weeks now. So gotta get the house ready for that. We are just enjoying some breakfast, just some oatmeal with peanut butter, banana, and strawberry, and a coffee. I got a big box of kitchen pantry organizers. Like, I am so serious when I'm like, I need to get this house cleaned and ready before this baby gets here. We are getting this house organized, Junie. You see? Here's a little before, which is horribly organized. All right, and here's the after. Low-key, I'm kind of embarrassed at how quickly that took me. It's my flours and sugars, snacks kind of right here. We don't carry like a ton of snacks. And then pastas and rice and other like carbs. Canned goods and chicken broth, all of our nut butters, and then our teas and oils and stuff. I've always got someone following me. Just picked up some snacks for my friend that just had a baby. I also made her like a whole pasta dish that she can put into her freezer because my sister-in-law did this for us when we had our first baby, and it was such a lifesaver. The best thing that you can do for your friends that have babies is just get them food. Like, they literally don't want to cook, don't want to order like every single meal. Like, they've got to survive somehow. Just get them food. Also, put on a little bit of makeup. My mom walked in and was like, wow, you look so pretty. And I also put on a little bit of makeup yesterday, and my husband was like, you look so pretty. And I'm like, okay, note to self, like, let's look a little more put together, especially being pregnant and when you start to bloat and just are getting bigger. Seeing a little glimpse of your old self is the best. So note to self, I'm gonna start looking a little more put together, or try to. So speaking of lip combo, today is Charlotte Tilbury's iconic nude. I've kind of been venturing back into the browns versus the pinks, maybe because it's winter, but I do love to top it with like a pinky gloss. This is the Rhode lip tint in Ribbon, so it has like a little bit of pink tint to it. But these are so glossy and very hydrating. Just getting out into the neighborhood now with my critters. There's Opie. Just getting in some vitamin D. It's actually very cold today. But gotta get out, gotta get some steps in. I've honestly been so bad lately with just a little bit of over consuming when it comes to eating, even though I know I'm pregnant and whatever. But trying to be good about my daily exercise, daily workouts, just so I feel so much better when it comes to recovering post baby. So I'm gonna do about a 30-minute walk, and a lot of times during my walk, this is when I will give my daughter some goldfish, some snacks, just kind of a reward for sitting still for a minute. And I will listen to either the Toast or the him and her podcast, or some type of wellness podcast, or an audiobook. So a moment that I can, you know, get some education in, stimulate the mind a little bit while getting some steps in. And then later I'm going to be doing a leg workout. So a little bit for mama, a little bit for baby, and dragging this puppy along. Honestly, every walk that we go on, he kind of sets the limit of how far we're going to go, because he will not go further than like a mile and a half. Even though he's a big dog, he's a lazy boy. These hills are what will get me every time, especially when my puppy does not want to walk. This is called a good pregnancy workout. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. I am filming on my DSLR, my like nice Canon camera, instead of my iPhone to hopefully save some iPhone storage. But we'll see what the sound video quality looks like in comparison. We have a very chill day on the books today. We just had some breakfast and now it's time to get some coffee. Now that the coffee is made, I did just want to talk a little bit more about why I want to start this YouTube channel. Part of it for sure is like I have downtime between having a bunch of clients, taking weddings, and having a baby, and then I have time right now where I'm taking off. And why not just put my creative energy towards something that I enjoy? I watch YouTube videos all the time. I've watched them always growing up, but making something that's a little like longer content, I just find like on TikTok and Instagram, it is just such a grind to be like whipping out a couple videos every single day. And especially when it comes to my makeup channel, like I feel like I can only talk about makeup stuff. She's fine, don't worry, she is being very preoccupied. I want to share more, and obviously motherhood, especially when you're at home the majority of the week with your babies, can get lonely, and I just want to create a space where, we make a little community here. And if not, if 5 people watch this video, like, who cares? Like, let's just normalize like being embarrassed and doing stuff out of your comfort zone and just throwing darts at the wall and seeing what sticks. Part of my goal is to get a weekly vlog up every week. And then I also want to sprinkle in here and there, like, how did I start my makeup career? How did I quit my job to get into it full time? And a lot of the logistics behind it, like how am I booking clients? When I was starting out, like I was looking all over the internet for things. Like, one second, she has a plate that has peanut butter on it, and I gotta get it. You're good. Saved. I just want to show people a peek inside my world as being, a part-time stay-at-home mom. Still doing something I really enjoy, but prioritizing motherhood and my babies and keeping my mental state in a really good place so that I can live the most like abundant life possible. That was a whole bunch of rambling, and who knows if it made any sense, but all that to say, I'm starting a YouTube channel, woo!
So I just want you to place a hand on your heart, taking a big deep breath in, and repeat after me.
Out on my afternoon walk, hoping to do about 30 minutes. Opie was not invited this time because I simply cannot do the resistance of him not wanting to walk and pushing the stroller and him pulling back. I'm too tired for that, at least today. Was editing the vlog and wanted to remark that, one, the DSLR is such worse quality than the iPhone. I do want to get a vlogging camera, but I got to commit to a couple of videos before I pull the trigger. And two, I'm sure you saw me like meditating in the car on the way to Target. That's something I do all the time. Just any moment where I can take a minute to not be constantly paying attention to June and just have a moment for myself. So like while I'm driving and she's in the back, or during nap time, or after she's gone out for bed, trying to be really consistent with getting a meditation in and just setting my mindset. But the app I was using was the Higher Self meditation app. It is so great if you're like really trying to get your money mindset right, which is something I am, and just like focusing on how to live an abundant life and just be positive. And I've honestly noticed such a difference. I've been really consistent with it for the past 60 days. And all of my relationships, me as a mother, I feel like I have so much more patience and a lot more awareness around my actions and stuff. So highly recommend Higher Self app. And then when it comes to my workouts, I'm using the Moves app. Hey baby. And I'm trying to do like one leg day, one arm day, and a full body day every week. And that app is great because it has like pregnancy workouts built in. So I'm doing like a 3rd trimester workout from the app. So recommend Higher Self and the Move. I think it's Moves by Madeline, or just called Moves now. Recommend them both. Good morning, good morning. It is Thursday morning. We are about to do some French toast this morning and some coffee, of course. I'm retrying this DSLR just because it's so easier to have more storage on a camera. But I have a doctor's appointment later to check on baby boy. And then we actually have a potential winter storm coming in Georgia. So you know that means all of the grocery stores will be, you know, picked clean. So I need to go to the grocery store afterwards and then go through some emails, inquiries, all the such, get this house clean per usual. Yesterday I did a 2-mile walk. It was about 45 minutes, and then I did an arm workout. And when I got home, I was just feeling like, I don't know, my uterus felt like very heavy. So I think today I'm just going to take it really easy. Maybe do like a 1-mile walk on the treadmill later or something, or just do some stretches. So workout wise, I'm just listening to my body and telling myself I need to take it easy. Also, I slept horrible last night. I don't know what was going on, but from like 1:30 to 4:30, could not fall asleep. So today I am grateful for my little girls sleeping in lately. We're gonna ignore the horrible lighting, but just throw on a little bit of everyday makeup before I go out in public for my doctor's appointment. I love this L'Oreal brow lamination just to lift the brows. I do tint my brows as well. So I change up the way I do my everyday makeup all the time. So this is my current routine. I'm just gonna use concealer, not putting anything all over my face. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam. And then I'm gonna use the Kosas, this is the under eye brightening in the shade Magic, just right under the eyes. I also felt like my eyes were really dry just underneath. So I put on a little of the Welda Original moisturizer, which is just like a super hydrating moisturizer. This is gonna look a little crazy, but I really just want to cover up any redness. I'm not too concerned about right here because that's where a lot of my contour and blush will go. What do you got over there? No, not the red. You already got some on your face, you silly girl. I'll go in and spray with some setting spray. This is just a Milani one. Does the same as like Max Fix Plus or like Charlotte Tilbury's. Something just to add a little hydration back as I'm blending. For bronzer, I'm using this House Labs dual ended and then the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer in light medium. And I'm just gonna take it on the fluffier side and just work that into my cheeks. I don't want any harsh lines. This is a great bronzer for that. I feel like forehead bronzer is like the most important thing. Makes you look less dead, a little sun-kissed. I'll take it on my nose. I don't like to go down the sides. I like to take it all over my nose because I have a smaller nose. For blush, I'm taking the Rhode Tan Lines blush and the other end of this and just working that all across the cheeks. I want to look just like I have some actual sun in my face besides being so pale. She's doing her own makeup in the mirror below me. So sweet. Hat. Hat. Yes, it's Mama's hat. Thank you. For powder, I'm just using this Pat McGrath's. This is a baby pink Skin Fetish powder. And I'm just gonna tap that right here where I feel like my pores can look big, and then a little on my chin and a little on my forehead. I don't want to bring it under my eyes right now, just because again, I don't want them to look creasy. Last steps, just curl my lashes, and then we're gonna do a super natural lip. Honestly, just like a couple swipes of mascara is good with me. For lip, I'm gonna keep it like basically look like I have nothing on, so I'm using this Endless Cacao. This looks crazy right now, but I'm gonna contour and then I'm gonna take my finger and blend this out. So it's just gonna look like a shadow. Blending it out and then just adding a little bit more. This is gonna look like my lip folds over. That's a brush. She has makeup all over her face. This is what happens when I do a 5-minute face. Yeah, you got everything out of my makeup bag? Cool. This e.l.f. gloss in Pink Quartz, one of my favorites. Just clear, but it has like the teeniest bit of pink to it. Now that I'm in better lighting and by a window, this is what the skin looks like. And that was just using the concealer, bronzer, and blush, and then the tiniest bit of powder, like right around here. But it is January, so I'm dry AF right now. So don't need a ton of powder. And then that lip, like this is what I love about that lip. I'm just using a little bit of like a contour color. I'm basically contouring my lips, blending it out really well, and adding gloss. And it just makes them look so plump without being so like, she tried so hard, which to me is always the goal. Like look really good without looking like you tried too hard, right? On the way to the doctor, making it short and quick because I'm driving and it's raining, but about to do another one of the higher self manifestations.
I'm going to take some big inhales in through your nose and exhale.
Just got done with my doctor's appointment, getting some gas, and baby boy is measuring perfectly. I love to hear that. Nothing just brings me more good vibes than just knowing my baby is looking good. I'm gonna run to the grocery store now because again, Atlanta's supposed to hit a winter storm. There's supposed to be a little bit of ice on Sunday, so the whole grocery store is gonna be out of stock. So I gotta go stock up, especially while my mom's at my house. Also, I just have to say, like, I always see online, like, moms live different motherhood experiences that don't have their own mother's clothes, and I absolutely agree with that. Like, I have so much more freedom and flexibility, especially now that my mom is retired. Like, she comes over all the time just so I can run to the store or go to a doctor's appointment or do whatever. And I feel for the moms that don't have their own mother's clothes. Like, I'm grateful for my mom. She's the best. Good morning. I am in the best mood today because I'm going to get my hair done. It is so dark and has not been dyed in years. I stopped dyeing my hair when when I was pregnant the first time, and it honestly has never been healthier. I used to be bleach blonde at one point. So just going to add a little dimension back into my hair and get a haircut. And I'm so excited. There is nothing better than a good hair day. I have about 50 minutes. So I'm gonna try like a Joe Dispenza, like 30-minute meditation. Okay. I mean, she killed it. I love all the layers, the cut. I just feel like this brings a little bit of life back into me. My hair was just looking so blah. So excited. Main's by Micah in Gainesville, if anyone's in the, North Georgia, Atlanta area. She is so good. Good morning. It is Saturday. I am about to do some makeup for one of my best friends. I never want to shove a camera in front of a client, so you don't really get to see like the process of me doing makeup. However, because it's one of my best friends, I told her we're filming today. So we're gonna record this, and so you can kind of see like my process.
This is my inspo. I actually haven't even really thought about what.
Well, what are you wearing?
I'm just wearing Levi jeans and a white t-shirt.
Oh, so I almost say let's do like really minimal shadow, really deep in the lash line. Maybe nothing crazy on the lashes, more just like volume.
Mm-hmm.
Just really make the eyes look good and the skin look good.
And then maybe like I was thinking just some good blush. Like,
yeah, love.
Like make me look like pregnant.
No, I've honestly been going through my blushes and I'm like, this one look
good on her. Ooh, okay.
Okay, cool. So perfect. What do you have on your face?
Just skincare, no sunscreen. It's Sunday morning. I finally have a moment to sit and meditate all by my lonesome. My husband just got home from church and he's downstairs with the baby. So I'm gonna take a minute for myself and just recenter myself. I'm having some anger emotions and that's just not high frequency. We had a winter storm last night, so we've been really chill over this weekend and it's gonna be a chill day. So I'm not a total B word to my husband and to my family. Let's take a moment to meditate. Okay, not gonna lie, I feel so much better. That is just part of my practice and something I'm really trying to focus on at this stage of my life is everyone is human. I am so human. And I get in these, just anger, irritation, frustration, mindsets over the smallest things. Like life, has its, whatever. Like I was saying, life has its inconveniences, its annoying just frustrations, and that's just life. And I just woke up this morning tired because we didn't sleep well last night because of the storm, like whatever, no excuse. I just woke up in a mood this morning. And once my husband got home from church, because he decided to go even though it's a nice storm outside, which I think is part of the reason I was frustrated, which why does it matter? I'm bending down talk about this. I realized I need a moment to myself. I just need a moment to quiet the mind, do a guided meditation about having the best day, and then taking a second after that to feel gratitude to God, to higher power, to source, like just for my life, and taking a second to realign my mindset so that I have a great day. Because there is nothing like worse than just being in an irritated mood all freaking day. So now I feel like so much more centered and like ready to go downstairs and just have a completely different attitude. And yeah, so that's just a little bit what I do. I'm sure you see like throughout this video of me like getting irritated or frustrated and then like realigning myself so that I don't have those extreme reactions which then make me feel guilty or whatever. Like just trying to feel the emotions as they come in, not have a big reaction, center myself, and hope that that just becomes more automatic in my everyday life. So here we go. Snow day. Look how frozen everything is.
Hope you loves the snow day.
Great workout. Our power actually cut off in the middle of that walk, so I only got about 10 minutes in, but I'm taking that as a sign. I'm gonna chill, hang out with the family for the rest of the day, read my book, and yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this week's vlog. Hope to do a lot more soon. Bye guys.